Yo, it's me, CSCOTT baby, and I'm back with my review for the 2013 film Thor The Dark World, starring Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston, and is directed by Alan Taylor. So, we got Iron Man 3. And you know how I feel about that. This, I think, is much better. A lot of people say it's the worst of the MCU. And if it wasn't for Iron Man 3, I think I would agree. Although I do enjoy all the movies in the MCU, just, you know. So it would be none of them that I truly don't like. And, like, really, the only thing in Iron Man 3 I don't like is the manager interest. Here, you got Chris Hemsworth back as Thor, and he's giving it his all, and he does well. You get more expanding into the realms of, the 9 realms, which he's got to fix since the Rainbow Bridge was destroyed in the first one, which I don't know why it takes him 2 years. I know Avengers, but they never explain how they got back in the Avengers, by the way. How they got back to Earth and everything. And now he says that maybe they fit. I don't know. But, yeah, I do like some of the special effects you see. The idea, okay, so the whole thing is that the realms are aligning, and that's perfect for Malekith, the villain of this, to get his hands on the ether, which was hidden on Earth. And I like the final battle of this film because of those realms. It goes through all the realms, and maybe not all of them, but multiple realms. The fight goes through multiple realms, and then there's also parts where people disappear and reappear in other places. It's really cool. I like that. I like the idea of the ether and what it is, where you control whatever, you know what I mean? And they really don't expand much on it here, though. They just say it gives you power. We find out later it's the Reality Stone, the red Infinity Stone, and once you find out what Thanos does with it, it's actually pretty cool. But here, it doesn't do much but give you power. And again, I like Selvig and Darcy. They come back. There's this new character named Ian. He's Darcy's intern, which I don't know how that intern can have an intern, but okay. When we see Eric Selvig in this one, he's lost his mind. And I like that. Having someone in your head has messed with your head. And he lost his mind. Just one question though, why don't we see any effect? Why don't we see this affect Hawkeye like this? Like we see it, how it affects Selvig, how he loses his mind. He's running around in his freaking underwear talking about the monsters are coming or something. But we never see that with Hawkeye. Like Hawkeye doesn't show up again until the second Avengers film. And that's really scheduling conflicts. Maybe we would have seen it, because originally they were going to write Hawkeye into Captain America and the Winter Soldier, Captain America the Winter Soldier, but there were scheduling conflicts. He wasn't able to do it, so... Ow! That really hurt. So maybe we were going to see something like that, and they just scrapped it, and all we get is a throwaway line in Agent Ultron, like, no, I already had someone in my head. But, and, okay, let's talk about the villain, Malekith. Another Doctor Who connection, with Christopher Eccleston playing the role, but they don't let him do anything with this. He's your standard monotone, I want that, give it to me, it's mine, villain. And you get someone like Christopher Eccleston, who has great charisma when he comes to his role. You see him as a doctor. You see him as the villain in G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra. He has great charisma. And you give him in this role where he's stiff as a board. And you don't have him do anything other than, I want that, give it to me, I will kill her, give it to me. No charisma, no stand-up characteristics, just stock villain. That's a major step down. You have Odin becoming a tyrant to the point that he won't let his own son go after the villain. The villain breaks into Asgard and he attacks them. Why? Because they want the ether, which is inside Jane. And, like, I understand that, nothing really comes of this. His wife was just murdered. Other than his wife was just murdered, you want to let Thor go after him. And he blocks any, he blocks, he tells me he can't leave, so they have to commit treason to leave and have Loki's help to get out, along with Lady Sif and the Warriors 3, who are underused in this, I think. Being somewhat big parts in the finale of the last film, here they're underutilized. But, Loki shows them the secret spots. They basically commit treason to get out of there. To go after Malekith. And then you get this final battle, and like I said, it's a great final battle, I think, where they're going in and out of different realms and fighting, and they're appearing and reappearing, and they're trying to set this thing so that they can, stop what's going on, and he gets a hold of the ether. You get Loki's death. And when first time you watch this, you think this is it. You think Loki's dying. He sacrifices himself. And it gets you. And then they ruin it at the end by revealing that he actually showed up in Asgard, switched places with his father, and now he's the king of Asgard. So it's a great death, and it pulls at your heartstrings, but if you're watching it for a second or third time, you're just like, it just doesn't mean anything anymore. First time you watch it, it means a lot, but after that, after you know the twist on it, it doesn't do anything, and that kind of takes it down. All in all, this movie, compared to the other two Thor movies and some of the other entries in this, yeah, but when they say it's the worst, I get why they put it the worst. While none of these films are terribly bad, this one kind of sits in the bottom of the ranking for me. When I get my own ranking, you'll see it's gonna be right next to Iron Man 3. But all in all, yeah, it's meh and missed. My favorite line. I had a kind of struggle, and then I realized what it was. It's a series of lines. It's after Ian, the intern, saves Darcy, and then it flashes, and they're making out, and they jump, and Jane's like, Darcy, Jane, Ian, Selvig, and then Mjolnir flies by, meow meow. So it's like, Darcy, Jane, Ian, Selvig, meow meow. I love that. It's not really a line, but it's one of my favorite, vocal parts of the film. All in all, I'm going to give Thor Dark World a 7. Because I enjoy it. I was fair with Iron Man 3, but I'll give this a 6. It's equal with Iron Man 3. I don't hate it as much as I do Iron Man 3, but I was being fair, right? I was taking I took the Mandarin out of it, like they did, and I, gave it its own merits without the Mandarin. 6. Thor Dark World sits at a 6 as well. So what are your thoughts on The Dark World? Did I say Ragnarok? Thor The Dark World sits at a 6 as well. So what are your thoughts on Thor The Dark World? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.